I was drinking this when I lived in Madison back in 2000 to 2003 every night.
He just aged himself. What's going on, beer lovers? Welcome to another episode. I'm Jeff.
I'm Chris, and today we're reviewing New Glarus Brewing Spotted Cow. This beer has a very special place in my heart. From my time in Madison, Wisconsin, this was my go-to beer. It's a 4.8%, let's call it wheat beer. Now they're describing it as a Farmhouse Ale Saison. So some crazy yeast going on in there. But this 12-ounce can came to me from Madison, Wisconsin with love, and I shared it with Jeff, and he wanted me to review it with him, so
here we are.
Let's do it.
I love the can art on this. It's literally a cow jumping over the state of Wisconsin, which would never happen. I think it's really cool too. This brewery, New Glarus, their insignia or their symbol is literally the state of Wisconsin, which just shows the pride of, of that brewery and the state that they live in. I really appreciate that. As someone who supports my local craft breweries, I think that's really awesome. So good for you, New Glarus. But I've never had your beer before, so I'm not going to say anything nice about you until I try it. So I know that Chris loves this beer, but I don't know if I love it yet. So, are you ready to dig in?
I sure am.
Let's have some beer. Alright guys, the beer's poured. Time to go in for the aroma.
Let's do it.
It's definitely got more of a malt aroma off of it. You definitely get those hints of wheat as well.
Yep.
It's really like thick grain, almost like cereal, like a Frosted Flakes or something like that.
Perfect way to describe
Yeah.
it, like cereal.
Get a little bit of funk quality off the yeast, but it's super subtle, subtle. I mean, you really got to dig for it. I mean, I would say that aroma is pretty solid. I mean, if you like cereal, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty damn good. New Glarus has been doing it well for, God, over 17 years, 18 years. I mean,
Whoa, they've been around that long?
I was drinking this when I lived in Madison back in 2000 to 2003 every night.
He just aged himself.
Old as fuck.
All right, let's go in for the flavor. Cheers. Oh. Oh.
Oh, fruity goodness.
I would not classify this as a Farmhouse Ale or a Saison.
Nope.
Nah, this is straight up just delicious. It's delicious weedy goodness. I mean, it actually, if you want to be honest, it actually tastes like carbonated wort. If you've ever tried wort before it becomes beer, this is what it tastes like. I mean, it literally is malts. It's not overly sweet like a wort would be.
Right.
Like wort is very like sugary because it's straight up sugar water. But you are just straight up getting just wheat and grain and malt, and it's, oh god.
I mean, the hop presence is almost non-existent. It's there because it's beer, but this beer,
No, you don't get any bitterness.
But
Oh man, that aftertaste too. Oh,
this is why this beer was my go-to beer for 3 years. Yeah, New Glarus. You guys have been doing it right for so long. Only in Wisconsin, but guess what? If you're gangster like me, you can get it out of state.
All you beer traders out there, if you haven't tried this, I'm just saying. Oh, wow. To be honest with you, I think we have to get into scoring because I'm probably going to finish this beer before this episode ends. And yeah, so I need to talk so I can stop drinking for a minute. So aroma, I'm actually going to only give it about an 8. The aroma was good. Like I said, smelled like cereal. It was very, very delicious. Definitely got a little bit of like the wild yeast kind of funky aroma, but it was almost non-existent. I mean, it was barely there. More than anything, it smelled like cereal. Got me really excited, and I mean, especially because even though this does have a description on it, I didn't read it. I'm not going to read it to you guys. I'm sure you can find it online if you want to read it. But I kind of wanted to be a little bit surprised with this beer, and I was. So yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. How about you?
It's really weird to rate this beer 18 years after having initially first tried it, but I'm at a different stage in my beer drinking connoisseurship, I guess you could say. So I'm going to go ahead and agree with your 8 overall. Honestly, I never really smelled Spotted Cow 18 years ago. I just kind of drank it because I was like, what's a good beer on tap? Someone said Spotted Cow, 4.8%. I was sold. But yeah, in terms of the actual aromas on there, Frosted Flakes is a pretty good damn description. There is a little bit of funkiness to it, which honestly I never noticed before.
It's so subtle.
But it's very subtle.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8's a pretty solid score.
So flavor's a whole new ball game. I'm giving that a 10. If I could give it an 11, I would give it an 11. I mean, I know we high score beer all the time on this show, and you know, I get a lot of flack for it, but the thing is I normally don't review shitty beers on purpose. Like, who wants to watch a review of a beer that you never want to drink? Like, that's stupid. This was given to me by a good friend who I trust in his knowledge of craft beer, so I knew it was worth a try. I am super happy with how it turned out. The flavor, it's cereal beer, man. 4.8% cereal beer.
It's breakfast.
I want to drink this every single day. If Spotted Cow was in mass production out here, this is a beer that I would stock my fridge with. If I went to a barbecue, I'd be the dude that brought a 12-pack of Spotted Cow. Like, this is the beer that I want to drink constantly. This isn't a special occasion beer. This is a everyday beer. Drink it all the time in mass quantities too, because it's only 4.8%, so you can't get too hammered. Yeah, 11 out of 10. How about you?
I'm giving it an 11 as well. New Glarus spawned my love of craft beer. I grew up in Chicago, went to college in Southern Illinois, moved to Wisconsin in 2000, searched for some beer, found this beer. It became my go-to beer. I tried to get it for years and years and years. Don't ship it outside the state of Wisconsin. Finally, Denver, thank you, sir, for coming through with a case of this for me. To be fair, this beer was canned in February of this year, and the fact that it's still holding up just reiterates to me what drink indigenous means. This is Wisconsin. Like, there's no other iconic Wisconsin beer for me. For anyone who's ever been to Wisconsin, Spotted Cow is it. Cow jumped over the state of Wisconsin.
So, would we ever buy it again? That's a dumb question, because anybody who's ever had this beer knows the answer to that one. Yeah.
Nothing better than sharing good beer with great people.
Yep.
When I met Jeff in July, I brought him that can and said, save this for a special occasion. Who knew he was going to save it for me, but I'm glad he did, because that was my second to last can. Wow. Just reminds me of home. Smells like home, tastes like home, feels like home.
If you live in Wisconsin and want to share some more Spotted Cow with us, I will happily trade or perform sexual favors for you. You can choose.
And I may or may not have done it when I was in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, apparently Wisconsin is known for more than just cheddar. They make some damn fine beer.
Yep.
And apparently they really like cows that jump over their state. So there we go.
We do. To the people at New Glarus, employee owned, I would like to say Vielen Dank, which means thank you so much, just like on your can. Vielen Dank.
So there you have it, guys. That is our review of Spotted Cow from New Glarus Brewing Company in Wisconsin. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know you liked it. Share with your friends, especially your friends who like craft beer. You know, this is a good way to get people into new beer styles, or even just hear about new beers that they gotta try.
Yep.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps us a lot in the rankings. And on top of that, it really exposes us to a network that allows us to make more episodes like this, better episodes like this, you know, and really push this channel forward. I had a great time. Chris, you have a great time?
I had a fantastic time, Jeff. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing. This is your can. So, with that being said, I'm Jeff.
I'm Chris, still drinking my Spotted Cow.
Well, not anymore. They're all empty. So we'll see you again next time on
Let's Have Some Beer.
Cheers.